Shields are always good. Assignments. But isn't Deadpool being broken just fitting of his character? Since he's constantly breaking the fourth wall. I'll be right back. first Shark Day. That's trying to make no sense. Trying to change the calendar, by the way. Well, Ant-Man comes out on his birthday. It's a Tuesday. Otherwise, we could wait until the 21st in case it comes out after his birthday. That way, Tuesday. The exact Okay, I'm back. Got coffee going and brought myself an orange. Because coffee is the greatest drink ever invented in the history of reality. Captain, I'm picking up multiple hostile contents, both Federation and Cardassian splinter faction, known as the True Way. I can understand Starfleet being here. They've been giving us trouble for years. In this sector for years. Why would the True Way be here? I recommend that we attempt to board one of their ships, sir. Give some answers and destroy the hated Klingons face to face.
Warning. Ship is under attack. Target's shields have failed.
I'm not in Ryza, I'm at the Detanu system.
Shields failing. Target's shields have failed. Ship is under attack. 4 shields failing. Rear shields failing. Hull integrity below 75%.
Cardassian flagship, the Axon, has been disabled. Our warp core is stable, sir. I recommend we get a closer look. Away team standing by in transport room 1, Captain. We will enter battle on your command. Captain, Cardassian security systems are already starting to move into our position. They will be no match for us. find it strange that you never fight female Cardassians on board their ships, when women in the Cardassian Union were just as much in the military as men. That should take care of all the security measures between us and the bridge. I don't expect the Cardassians to give up that easily, though. They'll probably send more security teams in an attempt to intercept us.
Flanking damage detected. Personal shield losing power.
Captain, did you see that? In the name of Kalos, what is that? My eyes must be playing tricks on me. I thought I saw some sort of creature. Captain, this Cardassian doesn't have any wounds on him, but my readings show that he was dead before we entered the room. I recommend that we find a medkit and perform an examination of the corpse. We need to know more about what happened to him. If he was attacked by those creatures, we need to be ready. They are a threat that must be destroyed. There it was again. There's something wrong with the environmentals on this ship. Patient admitted with a severe laceration suffered while working in engineering. The wound was closed using an auto suture. The patient was released with instructions to refrain from active duty and return for another examination in 24 hours. Patient returned as instructed, complaining of a headache, elevated body temperature, and nausea. While the white cell count was elevated, and the preliminary analysis shows signs of systemic infection resulting from contamination of the wound. The patient was held in sick bay for treatment and observation. However, the infection spread rapidly, and treatment with standard antibiotics was unsuccessful. A more rigorous treatment regimen was formulated, but also proved unsuccessful. Patient's vital functions ceased. Cause of death: circulatory system failure resulting from sepsis. Patient's body has been prepared for transport to Cardassia Prime. The patient admitted complaining of chest pain, and inability to concentrate on assigned duties. Patient was treated with hydrocodone and told to rest. Psychological evaluation was scheduled. The patient returned several hours later, saying that neither the medication nor the rest helped. Patient was treated with a larger dose of hydrocodone and admitted to sick bay for observation. During the period, the patient fell unconscious and was unable to be revived. An autopsy was conducted using a Neuralite probe to obtain a sample of the brain tissue. Examination of the neural tissue did not show any signs of infection or trauma that would result in headaches or fatality. Cause of death remains undetermined pending further investigation. Patient admitted complaining of extreme nausea and fatigue. Preliminary exams inconclusive. Patient held overnight observation. During the condition, the patient worsened. Patient died at 23:52 hours. Quarantine protocols were put in place by CMO's orders, and a level 8 force field was used to prevent spread of unknown, possibly infectious agent. Force field may not be disabled without command level voice authorization. An autopsy on the patient was conducted using a laser scalpel to open the chest cavity. All organs were intact and showed no signs of trauma or infection which would result in the patient's demise. Cause of death remains unknown pending further investigation. Cardassian looks to have died from the same cause as the Cardassian we examined in the mess hall. We need to find a med kit. To know more about what happened to them. Let's go with the Neuralite probe. Neuralite probe is a device that makes use of stabilized biological enzymes to cleave tissue samples from the brain or nervous system. The use of natural enzymes significantly lowers the trauma experienced by the patient during and minimizes the amount of time necessary to recover from procedure. Captain, that tool should give us better insight into the cause of death of the Cardassian in the mess hall. If we can use the Neuralite probe to obtain a sample of one of the Cardassian's brain tissues, we may be able to determine the cause of death. Ooh, gas. Investigate Cardassian. The Neuralite probe has determined that the Neuralite probe has determined that this individual died from a radical decrease in neural energy. It's almost as if he was drained by an outside source. All of the brain's activity came to a complete stop as its energy was depleted. There's a great deal of interference being picked up on the tricord, most likely the result of an energy residue from whatever was used to do this to the Cardassian. Perhaps we can track it down following the energy trail. There is a science lab in the hall across from the medbay. It should have access to the ship's internal sensors. nuclear fission, a common source of energy for non-spacefaring races. It provides a large amount of power with relatively little special knowledge. It is an unsuitable power source for interstellar travel. While races such as humans have used this source of power in the past, it has been surpassed by far more efficient means of energy production that will not result in toxic waste product that can severely damage organic life. Scan for nuclear fission reaction. There are no signs of any nuclear fission reactions taking place at this time, sir. Ah! Electroplasma is used by several known species as a means of transferring power from a central power source to outlying areas of the ship or outpost. Plasma serves as an efficient medium for maintaining a high state of energy when moved over a great distance or allowed to sit unused for long periods of time. For this reason, energized electroplasma can be stored in plasma canisters for transport and still arrive in a usable state. Scan is picking up high levels of electroplasma throughout the ship, but that's not surprising considering the Cardassians use poorly shielded EPS relays. There are no anomalous readings from this scan. Omega energy. All information on Omega energy is classified. There is no Omega molecules anywhere inside the ship. What are Omega molecules? Pyloric ions have been used as a form of energy, however they are highly volatile and prone to subspace chain reactions. These reactions have been known to create subspace fractures that make warp travel impossible, as well as creating hazardous amounts of pyloric radiation. Scan for pyloric ions. There are no pyloric ions anywhere on the ship. So I guess that means there can only be one more. Triolic waves are a result of a process called selective molecular polarization, in which a substance is modified at a fundamental level to convert matter to energy. Triolic energy is not used by any known species because they are known to cause deterioration of living tissue. I am picking up large concentrations of triolic waves centered around the ship's bridge, Captain. Triolic waves are harmful to humanoids. We will not be able to be in there for long, and the Cardassians would be subject to a deleterious effect as well. They would not knowingly use triloric energy. I'd suggest we take a closer look. Whatever is causing triloric waves is probably responsible for the deaths of the Cardassian mess hall. Dun dun dun! Oh shit, Davidians! Captain, it's headed for the bridge.
Enemy targets on sensors.
I believe this race showed up in Next Gen at some point, but I can't remember the exact episode. There's no mistaking them now, Captain. Those are Davidians. What is curious, though, is that Davidians are out of phase with us. Normally, we cannot see them without a subspace field tuned to an extremely sensitive phase discriminator. We didn't have that. How are they appearing in our reality? I recommend checking out the accident's crew logs. Maybe they were doing something that made it easier for the Davidians to exist here. Ah, Synthahol. Captain's log. Our mission goes well. The accident has disabled or destroyed 7 enemy ships. I look forward to reporting our success. The chief medical officer is concerned about casualties. It's his job to be concerned. Mine is to operate the ship at peak efficiency. I have read his report about the unexplained deaths and dismissed it. There's always an explanation. He simply hasn't looked hard enough for it. I can't let his feelings disrupt our mission. Gull Madrid is looking for men of purpose to assist him. He wants leaders with a will to use whatever means are necessary to free our people from Federation tyranny. If all goes well after this campaign, I will be seen as one of those leaders. Repairs to the accident go well as expected. Running low on deuterium and warp coils, wish there was more time between battles to do more than just patch on critical systems, but time is the most precious commodity there is. 4 crewmen down. 1 died in a battle with the Klingon forces. 3 others died in accidents. I've spoken to the captain about launching an investigation, but he sees nothing but his dreams of glory and return to conquest. An unusual spike in triolic waves may be affecting the warp core efficiency. Must speak to Triolic and see if his sensor readings have turned up anything unusual. A letter from Maja arrived today. She said she and the children are well. She worries about me. She wants me to leave the true way and return to Cardassia. 6 months ago, I would have ignored her pleas. Now, though, I miss her. I see no end to this fighting. Perhaps she's right. Science Officer's Log. Stardate 2679.0.08. My duties on the combat mission are limited, but I was pleased today to have a chance to scan the approaching Driffin's Comet. The comet itself has not been the focus of much scientific inquiry. It last passed through this sector in the late 23rd century. My scans, however, reveal a surprising amount of triolic wave energy emitting from the comet, as well as a detectable amount of chronoton particles. Triolic waves will unfortunately prevent closer study of the comet. They are quite harmful to humanoid life, and the captain is loath to jeopardize our mission for my curiosity. I have requested the launch of a Class 1 probe. The chronotons are of even greater interest. They appear in instances of temporal disturbances, which mean this comet has been or will be in the presence of a temporal event. Time mechanics are so cumbersome. I must have more data, but the captain will never have had much interest in science. Perhaps I will remind him that chronoton particles are harmful against the aliens who live in the Bajoran wormhole. A potential weapon to use against the Bajoran gods may be of enough interest to divert his course. Captain, we should return to the Drabumo. I'm sure Kronos Command would want to know about there are Davidians in the neutral zone. Our battlegrounds of our war with the Federation are now feeding grounds for these creatures. Are you sure you found no signs of Cardassians attempting to open a portal, otherwise bring the Davidians into our phase variants? This is troublesome. There's pieces to the puzzle I don't have yet. I'll reach out to my people and see if any of them have more information. Rejoin the fight against the Federation, and I will contact you as soon as I have more.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Spin the wheel. Your assistance is needed with a rather delicate situation. We have intelligence that an operative undercover at Vernazon Station. Her astute observations have given us an edge in several critical engagements in Neutron. 22 hours ago, the operative activated an emergency subspace beacon. Zamara would only contact me in this manner if she was about to be discovered by the enemy or her life was in danger. I am understandably concerned. I need you to go to Drozana, find Zamir and assist her. Take her to safety if you have to, but don't blow her cover. If you go in there, weapons blazing, you may get her killed. I've accessed your logs. It's been quite some time since you had some shore leave. I suggest you visit Drozana for some downtime. I'll be right back. I need to get some coffee. I return, bearing coffee and cake and badassery. Collect. Romulan. 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 Fremulon. Nope. By the way, the reason you do these duty missions is free experience, free gear, free bridge part members, and dilithium. Which dilithium is what you need to buy ships when you don't have a free ship token. Right back in. Man, a bunch of stuff just completed. Okay. Skill. Promote. Promote. Used to be that they couldn't use their second and so on tier abilities until you promote them. Now it just gives them a bonus to their stats and leads them to being allowed to do specializations. Go to bank. Bank. Inventory. This. 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 And that. In the bank. Ah, warp core. Engineering consoles. This is a fun little thing that basically allows you to get the ship comes and you're able to technically get access to stuff that you would normally have to go to a base for. See if there's anything else I can justify selling. Nope. Okay. Two mechanic slots, two fabrication. Oh, come on. Why isn't it letting me disconnect this? Why? I'm gonna try logging the character out real quick. Okay. Gotta log out. Log back in, see if that fixes whatever's glitching here. Why is it busy? How is it busy? Be right back. Okay, let's try this again. Because it's decided to be stupid. It's really quite frustrating. For whatever reason, it's not letting me disconnect a grenade module from an item, even though it was added there by me. So maybe if I just totally reboot the game, it'll fix the problem. At least that's the hope. Add source. Star Trek.